You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Matt writes. Hey, Cappy, I was just wondering if you could do a Clarey Test on Rage Against the Machine's lead singer, Zach De La Rocha? Yeah, we can, because you paid. And I love Rage Against the Machine. Their music is actually good. I won't lie, but I was more into the raving, hardcore, industrial kind of punk music. But yeah, these are the guys that are like, you're going to take down the system, man. Okay, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Which is still a good song, but now they're all like old farts like me, and they got kids, and they're like, oh wait, what kind of life are our kids in? Although I don't know how many of them are still true believers, but I never accredited musicians to being good economists or philosophers. All right, what was this guy's name again? Zach De La Rocha. Zach De La Rocha. Alright, let's apply the test. Remember, 4-question test. Do you come from money? Did you major in the right thing? Do you have any real-world working experience, or what are you currently doing now? Zacharias Manuel De La Rocha, born 1970, is an American musician. He is best known as the vocalist and lyricist of the rap metal band Rage Against the Machine. He left Rage Against the Machine in October of 2000. What? Really? You were doing good back then. Maybe not. Embarked on the solo career, though the band remained united from 2007 to 2011, now on hiatus. Founded one day as a line. Alright, early life. Born in Long Beach, California, to Mexican-American father, the artist Robert Beto De La Rocha, born 1937, a mother of German and Irish descent, Olivia Loren Carter. His father played an integral part of his cultural upbringing. Beto was a muralist and a member of Los Four, the first Chicano art collective to be exhibited at a museum. It doesn't sound like it comes from money. When your dad's like an artist and you're going based on, hey, it's our color of our skin, now put us in. It's like, no, is it good art? Is it good art? Oh no, it's because of traits we're going to put you in. De La Rocha's grandfather, Isaac De La Rocha Beltran, was a Mexican revolutionary, fought in the Mexican Revolution, and worked as an agricultural laborer. In the U.S., De La Rocha would later see hardships his grandfather endured, reflecting the struggles of the Zapatista Army of National Liberation. Is that where, Telly Savalas portrayed the guy? The cultural hero. Why can't I remember his name? De La Rocha's parents divorced when he was 6 years old, and he moved to East Los Angeles to Irvine with his mother, who attended the University of California, Irvine, and ultimately earned a PhD in anthropology. So his folks, both mom and dad, are rank leftists. Mom never had any desire to... You don't get paid going to school, by the way. I didn't know if you knew that. And majoring in anthropology, yeah. De La Rocha later described Irvine as one of the most racist cities in Manhattan. Okay, all right, sure. Yeah, you're all oppressed. Go back. You could go to Mexico. If you were Mexican in Irvine, you were there because you had a broom or a hammer in your left hand. De La Rocha became a vegetarian as a teenager. All right, he didn't come from money. Let's establish that. Leftist indoctrination, yeah, the school didn't have to brainwash him. All right, so he came from money. Did he go to school? And by school, I mean college. Played in a band, interested in punk rock, Sex Dolls, Misfits, okay. Good music. In high school, during the straight art stance, hardcore. So, following the dissolution of Inside Out. So how was... He was born 70, so 91. He was only 21. Look, you can't blame the kid. He's got hustle working. Now, we could argue... was he ever serious about becoming, working hard? He complains about, oh, you had a broom in your hand or a hammer. It's like, well, why not go become an engineer? No one's stopping you. And like, oh, you're going to become a musician. Well, statistically speaking, all musicians, or not all, but 99.9% of them don't end up becoming rich. But I still believe that if you work hard, and you got some real talent, and it turned on. Like I said, I did like their music. Lyrics could go to hell. Previous locked up. Dissolution earlier. Rage Against the Machine was on the main stage at Lollapalooza in 1993. So he's only 23 by this time. and was one of the most politically charged bands ever to receive extensive airplay on the radio and MTV. Rage's second and third albums peaked at number 1 in the United States, but did not result in the political action De La Rocha had hoped for. He became increasingly restless and undertook collaborations with artists such as KRS-One, Chuck D, and Public Enemy. He left Rage Against the Machine in October of 2000, citing creative differences, at which time he issued a statement saying it is necessary to leave Rage because our decision-making process has completely failed. Dude, when you're making that much money, I know you're not interested in money, but like if I was in the Beatles, I think the Rolling Stones and Kiss and all these guys say, hey, let's just set aside our differences, man, and keep letting the pussy and the money roll in, all right? That's fine. You can vote for whoever you want. Let's just keep this engine, this goose, laying golden eggs, all right? Work, reunion. More work. He just stays in bands. Okay. Activists, champions of human rights around the world, advocating favor of supporting the Zapatista movement in Mexico. He spoke on the floor of the UN. Migrants. Without a face, empire. All right. Here's an interesting thing. He scores, I think, a perfect score. Let's review. Came from poverty. So he did have to work, all right? Whether he got lucky or not with that, I don't think it was luck. You just don't get that good and successful not working hard. Does he have real-world experience? Yes, he does. Did he major in something stupid? No, he didn't go to college, from what I see here. And that's fine. It's better not to go to college than it is to go major in something stupid and waste your time. So he doesn't get a point there. And then what is he doing now? He's still working. He gets a perfect score, which is very admirable. Right? Would I like to have a coffee with him? I would, but I'd be asking a lot of questions. Like, look, you're older now. Have you figured out economics yet to get people out of poverty, is to not bitch and whine about their situation, but to critically analyze how they got to that situation? And then to make a list of two things. Things that, decisions, and things, variables, that they did control that helped lead them to that situation, their decisions, and things that are outside of their control. Racism, war, stuff like that. And then when we take these out and we look at what was under their control, if they made different decisions, and we taught other people to make different decisions, future children down the road, or just people in general, would that not improve their situation? And to me, in part, probably because his dad and his mom just brainwashed the living hell out. You know, he's a vegetarian as a teenager. Oh, welcome to the 1980s, like every teenager. I don't know if he has the critical, independent thought to actually advance immigrants. I mean, then he goes. I mean, it's obvious he's committed to it. He's going to go talk to the UN. He's with the Zapatista movement. And I don't even have to go in it because the UN, it's all, we need more of other people's money. It's like, well, how's that working for you? Because other people like to keep their money and they ship it offshore. Or you tax them so much they just say, fuck it, I'm not making any more money. And then you don't change the decisions they made that led you, and then you still end up piss fucking poor. People may not like my tone about how I treat the poor, but I guarantee you if you did much more of a critical, harsh, fatherly, black and white fatherly love, that would improve the poor merely than, starting nonprofits and, hey man, I'm going to say a thing on the song over at the stage, man, and what we got to do, man. And like that doesn't help the poor. It doesn't solve the problem. So no matter how much, inevitably I do more to cure poverty than this guy. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to chat with him, because here's the thing. The dude's got to have hustle, a hard work ethic, talent, got an interesting background, although I would disagree with it. And I'd just be curious, like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? What is he? He's 47? 75? He's 47. He's almost 50. He's almost a geezer. It's like, all right, hey, you're coming up on half a century of this bitching and whining strategy. When do you admit it? Or is it that you just want to bitch and whine? Because that's mostly what SJWs want to do. And they want the simple solution, other people's money, but that never seems to solve anything. It never actually gets people out of poverty. Doesn't. And then, like, I'd give him, like, a minute. And then if he started, like, look, here's the thing, and he was very honest and forthright, I'm like, okay, maybe then I'd order another beer. But if he's like, you know what, it's just the white patriarchy and evil Americans and West Side, okay, all right, we get that all the time. It's nothing new. You don't have an independent thought in you in that regard. We'll see you then. I'd go play video games. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? The old Claremeister has answers over at assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.